Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, bro. Lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit, kind of debunking this guy, Yaron Reuven, this bozo Amalekite. That's butthurt because basically the true fact that we're the Israelites, the real, the true Israelites of the Bible, is coming out, and they can't deal with it because their lies their lies and falsehoods is coming to pass. Their false narratives, like idioms and so forth, is being exposed. Okay, they what you call that critical race theory, everything is being exposed by the men of the Lord and these different alternative news sites. That's pretty much debunking these people and exposing them for a bunch of frauds that they really are. Okay, so matter of fact, this is the guy, Rabbi Yaron Reuven, but I thought the Lord said, call no man rabbi, which rabbi means fathers. You know, it's a complete demon, and he's with the rest of these other small hats. Well, look like they're the same person. Well, no, that's a different small hat. They don't even have the what do you call it, the vibration of the Israelites. I mean, they just look like a bunch of degenerates, man. You can see the evil and the wicked demonic spirit in these men. Now, they may have grown up with the particular custom, but you notice they never prescribe to actually be the true people of the Bible. They call themselves Israelis or Jewish, which means like. Anybody that understands the English language, and the suffix ish means like if you acting girlish and you're a boy, meaning that you're a boy acting like a girl. So it's acting or perceiving to be something which you're not. So it says here, it says, welcome to my YouTube page where I post some of my Torah lectures. There are plenty of places to find entertaining stories that sound great, but my goal was showing you Torah that can impact your life. Bullshit, nigga. You believe in a Talmud like all you demons do. It says, if you'd like to invite Rabbi Yaron Reuven to give a lecture at your synagogue, home, or office, Rabbi Reuven is based out of Florida, but travels to give lectures to different groups. And another thing was so contradictory about these heathens is the fact that they believe in the Messiah, but they don't believe he came already. See, they believe in the first coming. They believe that the Zechariah, the 9th chapter, when it stated that the Son of Man, or roughly paraphrasing it, the Lord is going to come on a foal of an ass, a donkey, humble. But the Lord already came the first time, man. Okay, and that's why we have the understanding of this wisdom and knowledge, man. Because for the simple fact, we are the third temple that's being built, that's being erected. It's not going to be a physical building. Now we're in the time of the second coming of the Messiah, which who they call Yeshua, but his name is Yahweh Shai in Hebrew, in the ancient Lashuan Kodash. We're in the time of his second coming, that he's going to come back and bring judgment to this place and put on high his people, his true people, not you people. Okay, but you claim that the synagogue teachings, and a lot of you don't even believe in a Messiah, but then you prescribe to teaching in synagogue. So it's a big contradiction there. But anyway, I have some documents here that in fact you even admit, your own scholars even admit that in fact you're not the true people. So I'm gonna try to read through some of this. It's pretty much a lot, but I'm gonna try to get through the main points. 6 pages full of information. You brothers bear with me, but this is some vital information that pretty much exposes them. And if he gets around this, then hey, he's just a demon. But there's no way around this document here, and this seals the deal. So anyway, it says, I'm gonna say it this way: the JOOs admit that they are not the descendants of the ancient Israelites in their writings. Okay, and a lot of them prescribe to not be, but yet they're taking on a modern day term, well, we are the people. No, you're not. You don't have no type of characteristic. You have no type of swag. You have no type of character. You have no type of talent. Okay, now some of you may be actually descendants because you come from us. Okay, we give you that. But you can tell the difference between us and them. Like, I don't know if you brothers and you sisters seen that video of those Jewish Edomite guy who was basically trying to rap, man. It was literally just gut wrenching to watch this man trying to rap. Had the Shirley Temple locks, had that stupid ass top hat on, and just had no flavor and no sauce. But I thought the Lord said that we are the salt of the earth. What will you be salted therewith? And we're the form of all things. So it would make sense that the true people, the greatest people on the planet Earth, in fact, will have talent like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jackson's, Teddy Pendergrass, what's this guy's name, Jimi Hendrix, etc. And then you got other Israelites that look like, so-called people of different nations that's actually of the children of Israel, but they got talent. Like Al Pacino, and you got my guy Leonardo DiCaprio, John Travolta. Okay, those are all Israelites, man. What's my man name? What's this guy's name? What's this man's name? Fucking Hopper. I forgot his last name, man. But you got a lot of so-called Edomite-looking Israelites out there, even among the camps. So it's not a color thing, it's a spirit thing, and definitely you people aren't it. Okay, so it says a brief history in terms of the JOO. In the 1980 Jewish Almanac is the following. Strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a JEW or to call a contemporary JEW an Israelite or a Hebrew. And this is from the 1980 Jewish Almanac, man. Okay, in your document. So let's look up a contemporary, see what that means. We know what contemporary means, but let's get it for edification's sakes. It says living or occurring at the same time, belonging to or occurring in the present, or it says contemporaneous or modern. Okay, so basically it says to strictly call a modern JOO an Israelite or Hebrew. So you see the distinction? You can't do that. It says Encyclopedia Americana 1985. Khazar, an ancient Turkic-speaking people. Okay, what the hell? An ancient Turkic-speaking people, which we know about the Ottoman Turks. The Ottoman Turks are the derivative of Ishmael and Edomites, mainly Edomites, because out of the Ottoman Empire, you got to understand that Esau laid and married the daughters of Ishmael, if you understand the history of that. Okay, but the Ottoman Turks are predominantly Edomites. But it says an ancient Turkic-speaking people who ruled a large, powerful state in the steppes of north of the Caucasus Mountains, and we know what the Caucasus is. Okay, of Jordan, Russia, you Edomites, Caucasian, cave dweller. Okay. High altitude. It says Caucasus Mountains from the 7th century to their demise in the mid-11th century AD. In the 8th century, it is political and religious head. But it says, as well as the greater part of the Khazar nobility abandoned paganism and converted to Judaism, which that was not actually the faith that Yahushua and the disciples professed. Judaism is a mixture of Christianity, the ancient Torah, and Babylonian philosophies known as the Talmud. Basically goes back to the Talmud, man. Okay? But it says the Khazars are believed to be the ancestors of most Russian and Eastern European JOOs. Another cut to you. Now refute that. It says Encyclopedia Britannica. It says Khazars, confederation of Turkic and Iranian tribes that established a major commercial empire in the second half of the 6th century, covering the southeastern sections of modern European Russia. In the middle of the 8th century, rooting in classes adopted Judaism as their religion. So you adopted that. But see, what a lot of the scholars don't tell you is the fact that the ancient philosophies of the scriptures, even in the Old Testament, it doesn't go back to Judaism. See, they throw that Judaism word in there to try to grab these heathens in there, but you can't use Judaism as the primary focal point of a theology because that's not the basis of the scriptures. The scriptures is not based around Judaism. You see, that's what the small heads claim to believe in, which Judaism is basically out of the Talmud. That's basically what it is. This is the Academic American Encyclopedia in 1985. It says Ashkenazism. And Ashkenazism is one of the two major divisions of the JOOs. It says the others being Sephardic, because you got the Ashkenazis, then you got the Sephardic Jews, European Jews, and then you have the other ones. It says Ashkenazism, and the Ashkenazis are the JOOs whose ancestors lived in Germany, when in German lands. And it was among the Ashkenazi JOOs that the idea of political Zionism emerged, leading ultimately to the establishment of the State of Israel, which is 1948, which was propagated way before then. It says in the late 1960s, Ashkenazi JOOs numbered some 11 million, about 84% of the world Jewish population. Now, going back to the Jewish Encyclopedia, Khazars, a non-Semitic, Asiatic, Mongolian tribal nation who immigrated into Eastern Europe about the first century, who were converted as an entire nation to Judaism in the 7th century by the expanding Russian nation, which absorbed the entire Khazar population, and who account for the presence in Eastern Europe of the great numbers of the Yiddish-speaking JOOs in Russia, Poland, Lithuania, Galatia, Serbia, and Romania, which is Edomites, man. They inhabit those lands today, which were actual Japhetic lands. But now Esau assumed the identities of those lands because that's his nature, that's his conquerage, that's his voyage. Going back into the conquerage of the Greeks, it says the Khazars, a national group of general Turkic type, independent and sovereign in Eastern Europe between the 7th and 10th centuries CE. During part of this time, the leading Khazars professed Judaism. It says, in spite of the negligible information of archaeological in nature, Salakia, the presence of Jewish groups and the impact of Jewish ideas in Eastern Europe are considerable during the Middle Ages. It says groups have been mentioned as migrating to Central Europe from the East, often having been referred to as Khazars, and we already read what that was, thus making it impossible to overlook the possibility that they originated from within the former Khazar Empire. Okay, that's more documents right there that's proving that. You can look this stuff up. A lot of this stuff they have blacklisted, but through the Spirit we was able to get this document. It says the Universal Jewish Encyclopedia. It says the primary meaning of Ashkenaz and Ashkenazism in Hebrew is Germany and Germans, Edomites. It says this may be due to the fact that the home of the ancient ancestors of the Germans is Media, which is the biblical Ashkenaz. Okay, I believe Ashkenaz was a son of Japhet, if I'm not mistaken. Slakia, if I'm off on that. But it says Cross is the opinion that in the early medieval ages, the Khazars were sometimes referred to Ashkenazim. It says about 92% of all Jews or JOOs, or approximately 14,500,000, are Ashkenazim or Ashkenazim. Can't pronounce that. It says the New Grolier Encyclopedia, the Khazars, a Turkic people, created a commercial and political empire that dominated substantial parts of South Russia during much of the 7th through 10th centuries. It says during the 8th century, the Khazars' aristocracy and the Kagan king were converted to Judaism. See, it says the Khazars established their capital at Atu in the Volga Delta, and for 4 centuries thereafter, this Jewish empire had the balance of power between the Christian Byzantine Empire, which were the actual Israelites. Okay, the Byzantine Empire, I believe that was, you had Western Europe and Eastern Europe. I believe one half of it fell. And then you had what they called the Holy Roman Empire, which was through Constantine the Great. Then you had what they called the Council of Nicaea. Then you had the revision, the revising of the Council of Nicaea, which was headed by Jakes. Okay, during the Byzantine empires, the Dark Ages, if you want to say that, which Byzantine goes into backwards. But those were actual Israelites. Okay, and you had a constant war between that half and the other half, and that's why you had the story of what they call Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Tempest, which I believe he had a brother that was an Ottoman Turk, which was an Edomite. But Vlad indeed was a Jake because he couldn't stand them Edomites, man. Okay, Transylvania, etc. But there's a lot of history on that. But it says the Christian Byzantine Empire. So when they say Christian, just think of Israelites, actual Israelites. It says Christian Byzantine Empire and the Muslim Caliphate. Okay, and then you had what they call the conquerors of the Moors. But it says, but the fortified Khazar city of the Sarkil on the lower Don River was built by Byzantine help and served as a crossroads to Central Asia. It says the Khazars controlled many of the trade routes to the Orient, and some of the Radhanites, Jewish merchants from Gaul. It says, for example, were accustomed to crossing the Khazar Empire by traveling to and from China and India. It says during the late 10th and early 11th centuries, an alliance of Byzantines and Russians broke the power of the Khazars in Crimea. It says in 965, it's how do you pronounce that? Svatoslav I, Duke of Kiev, decisively defeated the Khazar army. Further to east, the new waves of the Turkic invaders overran the remains of the Khazar state. Okay, so it says in the Bible, it says relates to Khazar, Ashkenaz, JOOs, were / are sons of Japhet, not Shem. See, there you go. But regardless of that, those men, those particular ones in the state of Israel, okay, and like this guy, Yaron Reuven, okay, he's actually a Shemite. Okay, he's actually a Shemite from the tribe of Edom, from the nation of Edom. Okay, from the tribe of Amalek, which is the top son, the top tribe in Edom. Okay, because you got to understand, Amalek was the grandson of Esau through Eliphaz, man. Okay, so going to those 5 dukes of Edom, you got the 5 dukes of Edom, which is the top families today. Through the spirit, you can through the spiritually speculating, you can understand how the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, how they play a role in that, how they will be considered those top dukes of Edom, man, because they're on high. But nonetheless, Amalek is the grandson of Esau. Okay, which in fact, this guy, Yaron Reuven, he comes from that particular line. So in fact, he is a Shemite, but he's not a Shemitic Israelite. He's a Shemitic, he's a Hebrew Edomite, not a Hebrew Israelite. Okay, there's no such thing as Hebrew Israelis. No, he's a Shemitic Hebrew Edomite. Okay, from the particular stock of Amalek, which is the top tribe in Edom, which is the most hated, by the way. It says, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. It says, and to them sons were born after the flood, the sons of Japheth, the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and you can read about the history in the table of nations in Genesis, the 10th chapter. It says, therefore, the Bible proves that the Ashkenazi JOOs, Khazars, are not the descendants of Shem and cannot be Semite. It says, Kemerite king adopts Judaism and converts his army and people. And this is pretty much the history on that. You can read this here. If you brothers want to pause it, whatever, then I don't know if I can link this in the description. I can try, but this is a good document. But it says, the Kemerite or the Himyarite, see Sabians, Jewish Encyclopedia, Sabians from the inhabitants of the ancient kingdom of Sheba in southeastern Arabia, known from the biblical or the Bible, classical writers, and native inscriptions. It says the genealogies of Genesis give 3 pedigrees of Sheba, the Epinus ancestor of the Sabians, who is variously termed the sons of Ramah and the grandson of Cush, which you can read about that in Genesis, the 10th chapter, 7th verse, 1 Chronicles 1 through 9, Ezekiel 27 and 22, etc. Okay. It says it is highly probable that the bulk of the Jews or the Jewish or the JOO's ancestors never lived in Palestine at all, which witnessed the power of historical assertion of a fact. It says, following is a story of the conversion of a tribe of people in Russia to Judaism, and it's the origin of more than 95% of the JOO's in Eastern Europe. Facts are Facts by Benjamin Friedman. So it says, without a complete and accurate knowledge of the origin and history of the JOO's in Eastern Europe, it is quite impossible for Christians to intellectually understand the harmful influence the JOO's have exerted for 10 centuries. It says, you will probably be astonished as many Christians were years ago when I electrified the nation with the first publication by me that the fact disclosed by many years of research into the origins and the history of the JOO's in Eastern Europe. It says, my many years of intensive research established beyond the questions of any doubt, contrary to the generally accepted belief held by Christians, that the JOO's in Eastern Europe at any time in their history in Eastern Europe were never the legendary lost 10 tribes of Bible lore. It says that historical fact is incontrovertible. So there you go, man. Ain't no getting around that. And it gets deeper. Okay? Because, shit, we can go down here. It says the Khazars and many of the Khazars' nobility accepted the Jewish faith. But it says Khazars were Russian or Turkic people because you were converted into the 6th century. In the 6th century, Salakia. But it says Khazars, Russian or Turkic origin, who at the height of their power during the 8th through 10th century controlled an empire which included Crimea and extended along the Lower Volga and as far east as the Caspian Sea. It says the Khazar royal family and aristocracy converted to Judaism during the reign of King Bulan, which is through 768 to 809 AD, and Judaism was therefore regarded as the state religion. So it was a requirement, man. You see? So You devils are exposed, man. Okay, you're not the people of this book. You were pretty much converted. So that's enough on that. I just got a couple of precepts. I just thought that was an interesting read. But regardless of that, man, it's a lot of information coming out on you small hats, man. And it is what it is at this point. You can't knock us and hate us because we are coming back to who we are. It's like as long as we stand niggas and Mexicans and fucking black people, you people are African Americans, you cool with that. Oh, as long as they don't know who the hell they are, we cool. But the minute that we profess who we are and prove it through the scriptures and historical fact, archaeological fact, and in fact prophecy, through the spirit is really what proves all things, then we're public enemy number one. You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy of you people, man. But it says, this is the book of Ezekiel 36. And I'm going to start at verses. Let's start at verses. The whole chapter is really good. Yeah, let's start at verses 4. It says, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the words of Yahweh thy power. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, to the mountains and to the hills and to the rivers and to the valleys and to the desolate wastes and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey in derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus says the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea, which is you, Reuven. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession. Was the land of the Most High, the land of Israel. Okay, the Most High have favorites. He have a favorite people, a favorite land, a favorite lily, a favorite river. Okay, the Most High has favorites. Okay, favorite sons. Okay, which is the Israelites. Okay, then you got the tribe of Judah, which his son Yahushua comes forth. Okay, the top tribe in Israel. Though Judah was, the fourth born of Jacob, nonetheless, the Lord chose that particular tribe to be the leader over all the other tribes, man. And his son come through the loins of Judah. You see? So it says here, Idumea, which have appointed it to my land, their possessions with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for prey. Okay, and that's the point, man. We just read how you infiltrated lands and how you converted over. Okay, so let's look up the word Idumea. We know it is the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, so go into the word to Edom, right? The Hebrew way of saying Edom is Adawam, okay, which means red. Adawam, okay, which means red. Adawam, Edom equals red, Edomite, Idumean, descendants of Esau, land of Edom, Idumea, land south and southeast of Palestine. That's you, bro. Right there proves that you took our land, man. So what are you talking about, bro? You finished Revelation 2, and I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are JOOs and are not, but of the synagogues of Satan. And you guys still worship in synagogues today. Okay, and you're of Satan, man. You are literally the seed of Satan incarnate on the planet Earth. You are the devil, okay? You are the devil that the Bible speaks about. You're not the JOO, okay? You're not the Russian. You're not the Greek. You're not the Roman, okay? You're not the British. You're not the French, okay? You're not Superman. You're not Batman. You're none of these things. You are the Edomites, a.k.a. the devil incarnate on the planet Earth. You are the physical incarnate or the seed of Satan. That's what you are, and you need to learn that, and you need to be satisfied with it, because in the kingdom, we're going to make sure that you know you're the devil. That's all you are, is a race of goddamn devils, every last one of you. Okay, those of you that's not our people, you're just a race of goddamn devils, and you're going in slavery. Point blank, period. Your end of tyranny has come to an end, and the Most High is bringing your society down, and he's doing it fast. So live it up, bro. All right, Revelation 2 and 9, it says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are JOOs and are not, but do lie. Okay, you a bunch of liars. And behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Okay, so, hey, even though this is going into wicked Israelites, but, hey, we in modern day prophecy, man, so we can refer that to you heathens too, because you're the ones that's calling yourself the JOO. Okay, so with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Ball.